2, 1. Action.
Good morning, Lemon Grove Academy Wolves. Hope you're having a great start to your day. This is the Principal Circle, the first Principal Circle of the year. And we got lots of information for you, lots of reminders, but also some new information. So I'm going to jump in with some great reminders. You guys have had a great start of the school year. It's hard to believe we're already in October. School year is flying by. You're doing a great job. Very proud of each and every one of you. But I do want to give you a couple reminders, some of our school-wide expectations. So first of all, we got 3 minutes to pass from one class to another class. Time flies, and I know it's a busy time as you're moving from class to class, but I want to make sure that you're moving with urgency, purpose, getting to the next class so that you're ready to learn. So a couple do's. First of all, do move with purpose, especially if you know that you got to get from one end of the campus to the other end. Move with purpose. Say hi to your friends as you're moving by. But this is an opportunity where you're just saying hi, you're just checking in, because you got a purpose to accomplish. So that's one of the do's. Do use the restroom if you need to use the restroom. Do get a drink of water if you need to get a drink of water. But a couple don'ts. So don'ts. Do not spend that time having long conversations with your friends. Do not use that time engaging in PDA, public display of affection, where you're hugging each other, even though you just saw each other maybe an hour ago. That's not the time to do it, okay? As a matter of fact, public display of affection is really not something that we should be engaging in at school, partly because, we're here to learn. We're here to learn. We're here to focus on our business and not so much on PDA and things like that. That can become a distraction. So move with purpose. That's one of the do's. One of the don'ts, moving without purpose and lingering and taking too long to get from one place to another place. So I know you can do it. I love the fact that you guys have great energy, but I do want to make sure that we are sticking to our primary responsibility, which is your learning and your future. Also a reminder, most of you are doing a great job with our dress code, and but we do have several areas that we need to continue to be mindful of. One is, especially for our female students, our tops, our shirts. Make sure that they're covering the appropriate areas. They definitely need to be covering the shoulders. They need to be covering the midsection. The test is always if you raise your arms and you're showing your midriff in the morning, then that's probably not going to pass. And what's going to happen is you're going to find yourself in a situation where you're being reminded or you're being given a consequence or something like that. Just avoid it, okay? Be mindful of it. You know what the expectation is. Be wise and adhere to it. You guys are doing a great job with the shoes, closed-toed shoes. Always, and I appreciate everyone for following those directions. The weather is still a little warm. A lot of kids are wearing shorts. Make sure the shorts are covering a good portion of your legs. Short shorts, not expected at school, right?
That's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
No mysteries there. So. Couple of reminders, stay connected to those and be mindful of them, and you'll be heading in the right direction. So, yeah, Mr. Brazell, what's happening?
All right. So next Wednesday, we have a marijuana forum where we have some people from the community that are going to come speak to you and your families about things that are happening in our community. And it's a very interesting event. You learn a lot. And it's Wednesday from 6 to 7:30. But if you want free dinner, come at 5:30. We're going to have pizza and salad and water. And there's something pretty special about this day. You know how we have to get 5 hours of community service for the whole year? Right. If your family comes and you stay the whole time with you and your family, you get 4 hours of community service. That's almost all that you need for the entire year in our school.
It's like a home run.
It's like a home run. So please come see us Wednesday, 5:30 to 6 for dinner, and then the event is from 6 to 7:30.
All right. Yeah.
Speaking of service learning, guys, so these sheets, your time sheets, are going to be coming out in your advisory classes. And like Mr. Brazel said, you need 5 hours a year. In your first semester, you have to get 3 of those hours done. So quarter 1 ends October 25th, which means that you should at least be working towards a couple of those hours by then. And then come January, semester 2, you should only have 2 hours, if any hours left.
Wow. That's a great way to
Very
get
clear.
that responsibility taken care of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we also want to make sure that we're reminding everybody about the cell phone policy during lunch and while we're on campus. When you're on campus and school starting, make sure your cell phones are turned off and put away completely. And then once we get to lunch, you guys have a great opportunity to use your phones, but we can only do a couple of things. You can either be playing games or you can be listening to music. If you give us, as far as the staff, any reason to come over and look, if we see excessive texting or typing with the fingers, we're going to come over and check. It could be a game, but be really respectful when people come over and ask you what you're doing. Make sure you show it. If it's nothing wrong, that's fine, but if it is, we're going to start taking your phones because we've given everybody more than enough time to understand what the cell phone policy is. So please don't give any of the CPAs or the staff any issues when we're retrieving those from you when we do have an issue. And just be mindful of the cell phone policy, okay? And most of us have done a great job with that, so let's continue to do that and improve where we need to. And then lastly, majority of our students on campus have done an excellent job when we're dealing with our visiting teachers and substitutes when they come in. We want to commend everybody for doing that, but we also want to make sure that we understand that these are our guests to our campus, and we want to treat them as guests. So if a guest comes to our home, we want to respect them, we want to show them around and make sure that they have a great time while they're here, and they want to come back and work with us as a staff and as our student population. So go out of your way to make sure when we have a visiting teacher come in that we are treating them with the utmost respect and we're making their job easier and making the day go by a lot smoother. So keep it up for those that are doing it, and those who need a little help, maybe those people help them out as well, just to remind them.
Great. Good reminders. Good reminders. Yeah. So I want to finish off with a quote that I say very frequently. I'm going to stand up to do this. All right. So this is kind of the meaning of life right here. So it starts with watch your thoughts, they become your words. Watch your words, they become your actions. Watch your actions, they become your habits. And watch your habits, they become your character. And ultimately, your character is what determines your destiny. So be mindful, be aware that it starts with your thoughts and then it proceeds through. And I want you to make sure that you are developing those habits and that character that's going to lead to success, not just in middle school, but high school, college, and beyond. All right, so that's the principal circle.
Stay classy, Lemon Grove.